back to the deep dive. Our mission is pretty simple. We take the sources you send us, articles, press releases, you name it, and we give you the ultimate shortcut to knowing what's going on.
And today, we are definitely strapping in. We're diving into the world of professional wrestling.
Specifically, we've got the press release for an event called Rumble at the Dog Pound.
And this is fascinating because it's not just about the matches. The sources here detail an event that's part community service, part corporate espionage storyline, and full of some really deep historic rivalries.
Exactly. So for you listening, we're going to unpack all of it. The players, the real charity behind it, and why these matches mean a lot more than just a championship belt.
We have to start with the foundation, the why behind the whole promotion, because that's what makes all the drama so much more compelling.
Let's do it. So the identity of the people running the show. This isn't just some random company, right? It has a mission.
It absolutely does. The original company, Veteran Pro Wrestling, or VPW, and what it is now, Wrestling for Vets, W4V. They were both founded by first responders and military veterans.
So that mission isn't just a gimmick.
Not at all. It is the company. Their whole reason for being is supporting the community, first responders, and other military veterans.
And the talent they bring in, it sort of reflects that, doesn't it? The source mentions they want highly skilled athletes that are crowd-friendly.
It's a deliberate choice. It means they're building a family-friendly atmosphere. You get all the excitement of modern wrestling, but they're consciously avoiding some of the, more extreme stuff you might see elsewhere.
Which keeps it true to those community roots.
Exactly.
That focus makes it the kind of thing you actually want to go to. But, okay, for you listening, we need the mandatory details. When and where is this all happening?
All right, mark your calendars. The Rumble at the Dog Pound is on January 24th.
Okay, January 24th.
And things kick off at 6 p.m. sharp. The location is the Marine Corps League 708. The full address is 8405 Sunshine Grove Road in Brooksville, Florida, 34613.
And that location, the Marine Corps League 708, that tells you right away where the support is going. But there's another charitable piece to this, too.
That's right. So beyond supporting the Marine Corps League post, they're also doing a really important food drive.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, for the St. Vincent de Paul Food Locker and Thrift Store in Hernando County. So they're using this night of entertainment to provide, real, tangible help.
See, that's what I love. I'm always trying to find ways to do something fun with friends, but also do some good. This is perfect. You get your group together. Everyone brings a bag of non-perishables for the St. Vincent de Paul drive.
And it becomes part of the experience.
It totally does. It turns a night out into something more.
I agree. And for me, knowing the venue itself, the Marine Corps League, is benefiting. That adds a whole other layer. If I'm going with my spouse or, say, a group from work, it just elevates the whole evening. It's not just a show. You're actively supporting a mission.
A mission that is currently under attack. Which brings us to the storyline here. The people who founded this organization are in the middle of a corporate nightmare.
This is the dramatic hook. I mean, the whole event is happening because of a successful hostile takeover.
A hostile takeover.
Yeah, it forced the original promotion, VPW, to rebrand completely to Wrestling for Vets. And the press release is clear. Their digital infrastructure, the websites, social media, all of it.
It's compromised.
It's compromised. It's now being run by the invaders.
It's genuinely terrifying, even in a story. If you lose your digital identity today, you've lost your company's voice. You can't control the narrative.
Exactly. They're trying to keep their mission going while their own platforms are basically being used against them.
Yeah.
And the ones behind it all. The storyline points directly at a group called the Russian Gangsters.
Okay, let's talk about that choice. The source uses this great analogy of pirates boarding a ship and raising their own flag. But choosing Russian gangsters as the villains, is that just an old-school wrestling trope, or is there more to it?
I think it's trying to be both. It taps into that classic, easy-to-boo foreign bad guy that fans have loved for decades.
Right.
But it updates it. They aren't just physical threats, they're digital saboteurs, corporate raiders. So this whole event on January 24th becomes a war for the very soul of the company. They're fighting to get their brand back.
Which makes the main event so much more than just a title defense. This is the big one for the evening. The AIWF United States Six-Man Tag Team Championship. This is where they try to plant their flag back in the ground.
And the team defending the honor of the company, the Star-Spangled Butt Kickers, is just loaded with meaning. First, you have a U.S. Navy veteran, the former TNA superstar Jesse Neal.
And TNA is a major deal for anyone who doesn't follow it closely. It launched some huge global stars.
A huge deal. And alongside him, you have the former TNA Triple Crown champion Austin Aries.
A Triple Crown champion. That's a term that means he's won it all in an organization. He's a main event guy through and through. The fact he's standing with these veterans says everything about how serious this is.
Then you add the muscle. You've got the Pitbulls, specifically Pitbull #1 Gary Wolf, ECW Original, and Pitbull #3 Christopher Nino.
And ECW, wow. For anyone unfamiliar, that's Extreme Championship Wrestling. They revolutionized wrestling in the 90s with this incredibly intense, hard-hitting style. If you have ECW vets in your corner, you have instant toughness.
And their management is legendary, too. WCW's Bob Cook and the former American Gladiator, Jade. They'll need all that experience because the opposition is brutal.
The invading force, the Russian gangstas, they're presented as international and just ready to cause chaos.
Totally. The team has Alex Horvath, VHS from the NWA, the Bounty Hunter, and a really interesting name, Yosef Ragnadov.
Who is he?
The source material actually cites him as Chechnya's first professional wrestler. So it gives the group this authentic international feel.
Howard Stern's, Marie Nazara with Cassandra Lovett's valets. It's just a perfect storm of wrestling chaos.
It really is. And having a top star like Aries next to a Navy veteran like Neil, it just perfectly validates the whole mission of the company. It shows everyone is stepping up to defend its identity.
That team is fighting for the company's future. But the women's match, that's fueled by a rivalry that goes way deeper than any corporate takeover. It's a decade of pure personal animosity.
Let's shift to that. With the induction of Mercedes Martinez into the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame, that's a huge moment for her and for the fans who get to see it live.
An incredible honor. And then right after that, she has to go to work. Martinez, who you might know from Ring of Honor or AEW, gets thrown right into a WWHOF Tag Team Championship qualifier.
And she's teaming with Teal Piper,
the daughter of Roddy Piper.
So you have two incredible legacies on one team. And they're facing the ECW original Angel Orsini and former WWE talent Renee Michelle.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. This is the emotional core of the whole night. The history between Mercedes Martinez and Angel Orsini.
This is not some new feud. This is a bitter, long-running war.
The sources are very specific about how deep their hatred runs. They've had steel cage matches, ladder matches.
And a legendary 60-minute Iron Woman match in Boonton, New Jersey.
Just think about that. 60 minutes. An Iron Woman match is the ultimate test of endurance and will in wrestling. You don't do that unless you have a desperate need to physically prove you are better than your opponent.
And this isn't just old history, it's recent. The latest incident had Orsini costing Martinez a title in Mount Holly, so the wounds are fresh.
It's all about intentional sabotage. So you take that fire, that decade of history, and then you add Teal Piper, who has her dad's chaotic energy, and Renee Michelle from WWE.
You're doing exactly what the source material says. Throwing gasoline on a fire that's been burning for a decade. The emotional stakes there might be the highest on the whole card.
And the rest of the show really fills out that promise of featuring highly skilled talent from all over.
Absolutely. The depth is there. You've got names like Jason Duggan, Sammy C. from the NWA, Tony Donato from AEW, Psycho Chase McCoy.
Having someone like Tony Donato from AEW on the undercard, that guarantees you're going to see some incredible, modern, fast-paced action all night long.
And you can't forget the legends. The ECW Original Super Crazy is on the card. That's a name that just screams excitement and international high-flying style.
It does, and crucially, they keep tying it back to the core mission.
They do. They've got two United States Army veterans on the show, Johnny Faith and Noah Starinksy. Their presence just constantly reinforces what Wrestling for Vets is all about.
And even a key qualifier match ties back to the main story, the VPW Heavyweight Championship qualifier.
Right. That match pits NWA's The Real Drago, who is managed by the Russian manimal Volkov, against Demos.
So that whole Russian power dynamic narrative, it's woven through the entire night, from the corporate takeover at the top all the way down to the title qualifiers.
It really is. So when you put it all together, what does it all mean?
I mean, Rumble at the Dog Pound is just so much more than a wrestling show. It's this incredible synthesis of high drama, Hall of Fame moments, and really serious, important community support.
Support for the Marine Corps League 708, and for the community through the St. Vincent de Paul food drive.
The conflicts are so deep. The main event is literally a fight for the company's identity. The Patriots versus the Invaders.
And the women's match is driven by one of the most personal, historic grudges in the sport. The intensity there is going to be off the charts. These aren't just matches. They're battles for legacy.
For those of you who want to be there, remember that tickets are available through the link in the source material. For any specific questions, you can email them at wrestlingforvets@gmail.com.
And you can follow the story as it develops on ECUSA TV and on their official website, www.wrestlingforvets.com.
All right, I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on.
Given that extreme history between Mercedes Martinez and Angel Orsini, we're talking steel cages, 60-minute wars, and with the stakes of a WWHOF tag qualifier on the line.
Yeah.
Is the goal of that match really to win the titles? Or is the ultimate goal just to make the other person lose face? To completely destroy your rival's credibility on the same night she gets her Hall of Fame induction, and in doing so, maybe cause even more damage to the fragile foundation of this newly rebranded promotion? Think about it. An emotional victory could be way more devastating than a physical loss.